Have you ever felt confident about your OET reading, only to open your results and see a lower score than before? You think, wait, what happened? I was doing fine last time. You're not alone. Many candidates, even strong ones, experience this mysterious drop after reaching 350 or higher. It's confusing, frustrating, and sometimes discouraging. But there is a pattern behind it. Today we're going to unpack why your reading score might suddenly fall, and more importantly, how to build the habits that make it stable every single time. Let's start with the most overlooked truth. Your OET reading score lives or dies by Part A. Think of Part A as the foundation of a building. If that part shakes, the whole structure wobbles. Part A contains the largest number of questions and tests one thing above all: how fast and accurately you can find information. Here's where people go wrong. After scoring well once, they start thinking, "Oh, I get it now. I don't need to practice scanning anymore." But that's like a surgeon saying, "I've done a few operations, so I don't need to scrub in carefully." Skill fades fast if you stop practicing. The top candidates don't aim for perfection, they aim for consistency. A realistic goal: 17 out of 20 in Part A. That gives you breathing room for the trickier Parts B and C. And if you come from a non-medical background, say you're a dentist, a pharmacist, or a veterinarian, you may find some topics less familiar. Words like catheter, ward, or post-operative management might not feel natural. That's normal. It just means you need more exposure to hospital-based vocabulary so that your brain recognizes the patterns instantly. Now here's a small but powerful trick. When you open Part A, skip the first question set. Start from the second. Wait, what? That sounds strange, right? Let me explain. There are 3 types of questions in Part A: paragraph matching, short answer, and gap filling. The paragraph matching section is the fastest because you only choose letters like A, B, C, or D. But if you do it last, you'll have already read most of the text from the other tasks. That means when you return to it, everything feels familiar, almost like déjà vu. You can finish it in 1 minute flat. And since Part A is just 15 minutes total, you can't spend equal time everywhere. Focus on what's both time-sensitive and accuracy guaranteed: short answer and gap fill. By controlling how you spend those minutes, you control your score stability. Let me ask you something. Are you one of those quick thinkers? Someone who guesses the end of a sentence before your friend finishes speaking? You nod early, smile, and say, "Ah, I know where you're going." That's a great strength in real life, but a weakness in OET reading. Many test takers lose marks because they read too quickly, or more precisely, because they stop thinking once they recognize familiar words. The question stem says one thing, the options say something similar, and your brain goes, "I saw that phrase. Must be the answer." Click, wrong. In medicine, that's like hearing a patient say chest pain and immediately diagnosing a heart attack, without checking the full picture. Fast, but not careful. So here's the golden rule. Let the question guide your reading. Read the question twice before you look at the passage. Know exactly what you're looking for, and only then start scanning. Think of reading like driving a car. On a highway, you stay in drive, smooth and fast. But when you reach a steep mountain road, you shift to low for control. In OET, you need both gears. When you're looking for general information, stay in drive. Skim quickly. But when you hit a question or a complex paragraph, shift down to low. Slow down. Analyze the sentence structure. Notice connectors like however, although, therefore. Most people never practice this switch. They either stay in drive the whole time, rushing through details, or crawl in low gear from start to finish and run out of time. The pros know when to change. During practice, visualize the text like a map. Mark where the main ideas appear. Over time, your brain learns these gear change moments, and you'll feel the test becoming smoother and calmer. Here's another silent killer of reading scores: rereading. Many candidates, especially those trained in grammar translation style, read each sentence twice. First, to decode it. Second, to actually understand it. That double processing wastes time and energy. In OET, you can't afford it. So what's the fix? Train your brain to visualize meaning as you read, not after. When you see the patient presented with sudden onset dyspnea following exertion, don't translate. Picture it. a patient breathing fast after climbing stairs, hands on knees, struggling to catch air. That instant visualization anchors the meaning. You can practice this daily. Read medical news aloud and imagine the scene after each sentence. The more you do this, the faster your comprehension becomes. Eventually, your brain stops translating. It starts seeing. Ultimately, OET reading isn't about intellect, it's about control. Control over your timing, your attention, and your habits. When your score drops, it's rarely because you became worse at English. It's because your habits drifted. Maybe you stopped reviewing Part A carefully, or started reading too fast, or lost the rhythm of switching gears. Consistency beats brilliance. And just like in medicine, consistency comes from systems, not luck. So next time you prepare for OET reading, remember, don't just aim to understand the passage. Aim to control how you process it. Build your foundation with Part A. Use the second task trick to manage time. Let the question lead your focus. Switch gears consciously. Visualize meaning as you read. Do these 5 things, and your reading score won't just rise. It will stay high. If you're working toward OET and want guided practice, visit OET Bank. Our tools aren't just mock tests. They're structured review systems that teach you how to think during the exam. Until next time, keep reading smart, not just fast.